Here we go.
Yes, sir. The boys are back in town.
Rap Sports News.
RSM Podcast.
Yo.
What up, though?
What's going on, man?
Oh, man. There's always some stuff going on.
Oh, it's crazy out here. All right, so let's start off with some condolences. Gilly the Kid's son passed away in Philadelphia this week. I guess he was out. Some guys tried to run down on him and rob them, I guess. And he got into like a triple shooting, and his son ended up losing his life.
Yeah, definitely. Prayers to the whole family. Definitely a terrible situation. Terrible. Sad that we have to report on it, but much condolences to the family and prayers that way.
Yeah, he was very young, only 25.
Yes, sir.
All right, we had some new music come out this week. So King Combs dropped, featuring Fabulous. A Boogie with the Hoodie came back, and Jeremiah, Flyest in the City.
Man, A Boogie, he been missing, boy.
Right.
A Boogie been missing. Well, he probably changed his whole life by now.
Exactly. I don't think I've seen him in like 2 years or so.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. Happy he back though.
Yeah, definitely. Nas and 50 drop Office Hours.
Yeah.
That song was some heat. You sent it to me. I was like,
Office Hours. It was random too, cause I didn't know he was dropping Magic too. Like, and it just came out of nowhere. I saw it. I was like, yeah, I gotta send that to you. There's 50 on there talking his talk at the end. He probably spent only like 8 bars or something like that. It was something small.
it's still dope, but it was cool.
Dope. Yeah.
It was cool because I always think like they had beef back in the day, right?
No, not real beef because way back.
Or they went back and forth.
Yeah, they went back and forth because Nas actually took 50 out on his first big tour, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so he knew him back when they was calling him Boo Boo and all that when he was in the streets. And so 50 definitely got respect for Nas. They had their time, piggy bank and all that. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking
that
about.
piggy bank record was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see Queens together.
Oh, definitely, for sure. They from the same side. We had another cool song drop. Bass and J. Cole, Passport Bros.
Oh yeah, that was good. I was definitely good to see. Always good to see a Cole record, but just to see that collaboration, it was smooth. It was needed for the summer.
Oh yeah, that Afro beat. Definitely wanted to hear that. And I know the Passport Bros are happy about that.
Play that at some barbecues and cookouts or something.
They got an anthem now when they going overseas.
Word.
So we had an odd pair makes a song together. Tekashi 6ix9ine and Kodak Black.
Yeah, I really forgot about him. You know what I'm saying? I really forgot about him. Hopefully it's good that he's quiet because he's not all up in the news and all the stuff going on. But yeah, I wasn't looking for that, but it was random too. It was like, where he come from?
Exactly. So some people online, they hated on it because they're like, why is Kodak working with a snitch or whatever? So I think Whack 100 said that basically I think Kodak got anywhere from like $2 to $3 million for the verse, and that's why he did it.
What?
Yeah. So I mean, get your bag, but I mean, I think we could have all did without the song.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It wasn't like it was
okay, but if
it was something that you was like, oh, this is one of them joints.
Yeah.
It'd be different, but I mean, either way, cause I guess Kodak winning either way, really, I guess. Financially, but on the other side of it is like, do you think that's gonna make people think twice about working with him?
With Tekashi?
No, with Kodak, because he worked with Tekashi.
I don't know, because Kodak, he's still, a really big name in the industry for right now. So people always want to be around the hot artists. But I don't know. Uzi had some stuff to say about it, but
Boozy always got something to say about something. Boozy,
he was gonna say something.
He was gonna say something. You count on Boozy to say something. Boozy, call in, man. Call in on the show. Tell us how you feel.
Right. All right. So in Atlanta, Lil Baby, he opened his own restaurant called the Seafood Menu.
Okay.
And I believe it's his old neighborhood where he opened it.
That's pretty brave.
Yeah. And he already got some reviews. A lady went there and gave his restaurant 4 out of 10.
What? He was like, yeah, he got some reviews already. I'm like, oh yeah, he's probably doing his thing. He got a 4 out of 10.
Right.
Wait a minute.
So I don't know what happened. She didn't really go into it. Maybe he brought her drink with no ice in it or something. But
Oh man, we gotta get that right. I want to go check it out. See if it's really a 4 out of 10. Maybe we should go down there and then do a review.
Yeah. If it's good, we'll do it. Yeah. So, okay. Afro Man. He's being sued by the Adams County Police Department because he made his songs lemon pound cake. And will you help me repair my door?
I love it, man. I love it. I love it, man. So if y'all haven't seen this, this is crazy. So the police did a raid on Afro Man's house, and they messed up his door. They messed up his gate, and one of the officers looked pretty hungry walking past his lemon pound cake or whatever. Is that the lemon loaf from Starbucks? Yeah, he looked at it like, he looked at the joint and he walked past the cake. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I don't understand how can you sue somebody for recording you raiding their house?
Yeah, and
it's their property.
Nothing that you were looking for was there.
Exactly, and you ain't find nothing.
So you're in his house, you're messing up his stuff, you're stealing his money.
Yeah.
You're on camera doing it. You cut his cameras off, and now you're like, oh, we're embarrassed and we all want $25,000 each.
No, y'all crazy. Hopefully he get a good lawyer and he could get this, like he'll turn out like the winner on this side of this, like for all the things they did, like they messed up his stuff, about to eat his cake, stole his money.
Ripping his suits apart.
It's all on camera.
All of it. So yeah, we definitely support Afro Man. He said that he's going to run for president in 2024. So we'll see what happens with that.
I think he got better luck with with this case.
For sure. All right. So Dame Dash was on a podcast this week, and he got asked a question about Aaliyah and R. Kelly, and he has a wild statement to say.
Yeah, that was crazy. I wasn't expecting that to even come up. But yeah, he went into how when he was with Aaliyah, Jay was doing records with R. Kelly, and it was kind of awkward because he said that allegedly that R. Kelly assaulted Aaliyah, who he was dating at the time. I mean, that takes some serious willpower to be in that situation. You know,
and have to turn the blind eye, basically.
Yeah.
Thinking about what was that, Best of Both Worlds? They did a whole album together.
So videos.
Be there all that whole time, that whole year, basically.
Yeah, he said something like she asked Dame Dash, Aaliyah asked Dame Dash not to be in the same scenes, you know what I'm saying, the videos with him, but not to approach him or do anything.
Right. So, it's a sad story all the way around.
Yeah, it's
even
terrible.
From how we lost Aaliyah to finding out everything about R. Kelly. As much as people looked up to him while we were growing up, we didn't know any better or what he was doing. So
yeah, it's you look at artists in a different light, right? Like we look at them based on like how their music make us feel. Versus it's two sides of it. It's the artist and that you see on TV, and it's the person. And a lot of times you can't put them two together. Some people are genuine, like what you see is what you get, you know what I'm saying? And then some people is like, nah, it's a whole nother person.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's hard to really hear certain songs from R. Kelly anymore. They don't really play it on the radio no more because a lot of people ask them to stop. But even like if you want to look something up, like I used to like I Wish a lot when I was growing up.
Yeah, I Wish.
It's hard to like listen to that, but
it's tough. It's in the moment, like you want to try to forget, but then after hearing what Dame just said,
right,
it make it even worse now.
Right. So it's like you gotta kind of
bump and grind.
Ignition, like
he had them hits.
Yep. So we had some real good news. Jamie Foxx, he made his first appearance online. He was telling people, he's all right. He's getting better. He's getting stronger.
Word.
He's looking into working again. So
yeah, man, I was definitely happy to see him back and everything. Definitely always wanted him to have a speedy recovery and get back to himself. And you could definitely tell, like, in his face, like he lost a lot of weight
right.
Going through that experience. I mean, I'm sure it was near death experience. Whatever he was going through specifically, we don't know, but just happy to see him back and can't wait to see what he do next.
Yeah, definitely want to see more from Jamie.
Word.
All right, let's move to some news. Oh man, this is a rough one right here.
We had some news this week, boy.
So Carly Russell, I believe she's from Alabama. So earlier in the week, there was an Amber Alert out about her that went kind of viral on TikTok, right? And everybody was looking for her. Police, I guess after like they called, the police found her maybe like 2 days later or something like that.
Oh wow.
And then, but they had some questions about like her disappearance because they looked at surveillance and they're seeing that she was at her job, and then some items went missing from her job. Then she went to Target, got some items from there.
She stole it too?
I don't know if she stole it, but I think she got like some food and snacks and stuff. Some Cheez-Its, something like that.
That's the red flag right there. She got Cheez-Its. You know she's gonna be waiting somewhere for a while. She got some Cheez-Its.
So, yeah, they ended up looking at her phone and the search bar, and it said something like, "Do you have to pay for Amber Alerts? One-way ticket out of Birmingham, Alabama."
Come on, man.
And she watched the movie Taken.
Come on, man. Really? Like, okay, you gotta.
So they got questions about her disappearance, and they can't figure out some of the stuff that she told them happened. They can't figure it out.
She better get a lawyer immediately. She better get a lawyer immediately.
If she's stealing, I don't think she can afford a good lawyer.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I heard she's a nurse, but I don't think she got a job no more. And her boyfriend left her.
Dang, you just destroyed the whole life in 2 days. Like, golly, that's terrible, but that's instant karma too. Right? Like, you want to pretend you got people, hundreds of people out there probably looking for you, searching for you.
The whole nation, really.
Everybody.
She went viral for real.
Dang, everybody looking for this lady, and you fine? Ain't nothing wrong with you? Come on, man. It's what's the statistic? Like certain, like almost 100,000 women.
100,000 black
women missing
yearly.
Every year, and all his energy went into you, and you fine? Like, that's not fair. Don't do that.
Police resources wasted. So
I feel like she gonna have to pay for that, bro.
Look, man,
she gonna have to pay for that.
I don't want to say it, but I think she going to jail.
I think she going to Because think about it, the police resources, they could be like, yo, you got to pay us X amount for this.
It's a lot.
All these things, like, it's gonna add up. Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna tell the story about how I know this, but I know back in like 2007, if they pulled out a helicopter to look for you, it cost $10,000.
Oh man.
So them sitting around looking for you and all the squad cars and dogs and all that stuff, yeah. And that was when money was fine, no inflation.
Sheesh. Well, don't drop the soap. Okay.
So you want to go into the passport sis?
Oh man.
The passport sisters.
We got 3 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them. How many of them?
3 of them.
3 of them, man. Where the first one from?
We're gonna go to start in Dubai. So there was a woman out in Dubai. Basically, she had a rental car, ended up getting in an accident, right? And when she went to go get her stuff and talk to the guy, she was like, "Hey, let me get my stuff back. I left it in the car after the accident." And he said, "You got to pay a certain amount to get it back." And she ended up getting mad about it and started screaming at him, cussing at him. I'm pretty sure she called him an F-boy, but we don't know that part for sure.
Man, but you in a whole nother country.
Hey, yo, F-boy, go back there and get my stuff.
In Dubai, that's what? A crime, right? You
can't. You're not allowed to scream at nobody or cuss at them.
Yeah, she bugging. That's what she gets. She an influencer too, right?
Yeah, her name is a sassy truck driver.
See, sassy truck driver is going to jail because she's
been in there for 2 months.
Oh, 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. All right. So where's the line? Like, okay, she went over there. She thought she can get the same treatment, do what she do in the States, and be sassy and all this, and it backfired on her big time. She cussing at people, doing all the things, breaking the laws she ain't supposed to do, acting ratchet, and she goes to jail. Now, I could see, okay, she go to jail for a few days, a week, maybe 2 weeks, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she been in there for 2 months. I didn't know it was that long.
Mm-hmm.
Does she deserve it?
Yes and no, right? And this is why I'm going to say that. Because when you go to somewhere, especially Dubai, even though I don't agree with it, women are pretty much second class citizens there.
Mm.
And you need to go into these places knowing where you're going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go over there and be like, I'm going to act how I want to act.
Mm-hmm.
Screw you in your own country.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
American. Look at my American passport. They took her passport.
Like it was nothing. Just yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that.
But I mean, I do feel like that's a long time to be in jail for cursing. But they're home, their rules.
Yeah, they made an example out of her. If you think twice before you go to Dubai, know what you're doing.
Know the rules. There's a lot of rules over there.
Act appropriately.
And I believe their cybersecurity is like the best in the world. You're not even allowed to download spicy videos.
Oh man.
No Tiggle bitties. All right, let's fly to Italy.
All right.
All right, so there was another influencer. I learned her name is Mary Jane,
Okay.
basically. So she was over. She had a hotel. It was an off-brand hotel. We don't know this hotel.
Mm.
So she was over there. She was ordering food and going in and out, whatever, right?
Mm.
And one day she comes in. They call her to the desk, say, hey, you've been ordering a lot of food. We don't actually allow that here. And we want you to eat here. You're not allowed to order food from outside of here.
Mm.
So she got mad about that, went to her room, ordered more food.
They don't learn, bro.
Then they called her, said, hey, can you come downstairs? We need to talk to you. She goes downstairs. There's like 3 guys waiting there, 3 women waiting there, right?
Mm.
And basically they slide her a bill for $700.
Woo.
Like, you owe us for the food that you've been bringing in, and you got makeup on our towels that's hard to get out. So she's like, whatever. I'm not dealing with this. So one of the women, they grab her, drag her, dog walk her, and then basically she goes to her room and gets online and starts talking about it.
That's what she get. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Again, you cannot go to somebody else's country, somebody else's establishment, know the rules. She knew the rules on this one. They told her, like, don't do this. And she did it anyways because she wanted to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really feel bad for her at all. I mean, come on, man. You got to get with it to get lost.
She said it her own way. She said, when someone tells me not to do something, that's exactly what I want to do.
Hey, then you going to want to pay the $700 and deal with it.
So let me ask you, right? You're overseas. You order food.
Mm-hmm.
They stop you one day. Say, Slyce, you've been ordering food. We actually don't allow that here.
Yeah.
We want you to eat our food here, or you have to just go out and eat the food out in the city.
Yeah.
How would you handle that?
Okay, I appreciate you letting me know. I had no idea. Yeah, I go out there and eat it. Ain't no problem.
That easy, right?
Yeah. It's like, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, why make this such a huge deal?
Like, lady, do you know they have the mob out there in Italy?
Yeah, she bugging, man. She's bugging. For real.
They put hands and feet on people, and they've been doing that.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't discriminate over there as far as who can get the beats. It's fair game over there, bro.
Right. All right, so let's fly to Bulgaria.
Uh-oh.
All right, so there's a lady over there. She's a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's on the train, I believe. Yeah, she's on the train. She has a dog with her. Mm. There's a guy on the train that says basically, hey, you can't be in here with that dog or whatever.
Yeah.
You got to go to one of the back carts. And she basically tells him, like, I can't get to my seat and you can't be in your seat right now. We're both in a bad situation, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So the man starts to berate her and say slurs to her, stuff like that. All she's there with, she has her, her dog, and then there's a gay guy that's with her. Okay. So everybody else in the cart, they end up leaving. And they tell the dude that's in there with her, good luck with that.
Oh, man.
So now this man's like yelling at her, saying all this stuff to her, right? Yeah. And then she claims that he spit on her. And then she says that she started to walk away, but she maced him. And then I guess she ran and he started chasing her. Man. She's running to other carts and they're pushing her out, right? Yeah. And saying like, no, we don't want to be involved with none of that. She ends up calling the cops, saying, hey, there's this man chasing me. And they're like, what do you want us to do about that? They hang up on her. She calls her mom, says, hey, I'm being chased, and this man's trying to hurt me. Da-da-da-da-da. Says, I love you. I don't know what's going to happen, right? Yeah. All right, so she ends up going to one cart and pushes through, I guess. somehow, some way. And they tell her, "Hey, we called the cops because you maced them. They're at the next stop, right?"
Yeah.
So she gets to the next stop, and the cops come. They talk to the guy. They take the witness statements. None of them say that he spit on her. They all pretty much said she maced him. So the cops tell her, "Hey, you got to come to the station, and you have to walk because we don't want that dog in the car with us."
Oh man.
So she's walking, and she calls the embassy. She's like, "Hey, they're not taking my statements. They're not taking me serious." So the embassy ends up calling them or whatever and saying, "Hey, you have to at least write down what she says happened."
Yeah.
So she gets down to the station, and they're like, "Hey, you can't come in here because we don't want that dog in here." So she's standing outside. She said it started raining for like 3 hours. Then the embassy said, "Hey, you got to at least like give her water and stuff." And
Like she the dog. What?
right, so
Leave a bowl of water outside for her.
So basically, like, I guess all charges got dropped, and she has to leave the country. And she said she went back, talked to her students, told them everything that happened, and her students said, "We always kind of knew this would happen to you," because I guess she's super outspoken.
Oh my God.
But there's one kicker off to all of this. This whole time, all this happened, right?
Yeah.
The dog didn't say nothing. You got a big German Shepherd with you, a police dog.
Oh man.
And you getting chased?
How is this possible? First of all,
You didn't. I mean,
the dog ain't bite the man.
I feel like he could have did a defensive growl at least.
He could have did something. That dog had. Nah, you gotta get rid of that dog after this. That dog gotta go.
That dog got to
That
stay in
dog
Bulgaria.
that dog gotta go. Leave him in over there. He's no good.
Right.
He's no good at all. That sounds like a movie, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's called the Passport Sis Failures.
Pretty much. Golly, yeah. Yeah, they all of them get the donkey of the week. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's wild. So, yeah.
Dang.
Ladies, when you're out in these countries, especially since y'all like being in certain ones and being like the only black person there, that's fine, whatever. But kind of make sure you know the rules and you stick to it. And don't fight with men when you're overseas by yourself.
What Kala say? You played yourself.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You played yourself. Yeah. All of those stories was wild, man. I mean, what do you think was the most bizarre one? The lady who pretended to be kidnapped, or the lady who ate in a hotel, or the lady who yelled at the guy, or the one who had the dog. What's the worst? What is the worst one out of all of these?
Probably the Carly Russell one being abducted, but out of the Passport Sis one, since I feel like they were all avoidable.
They were all avoidable.
Every single one could have been avoided.
It was every single one. And, I'm curious to know, were dogs allowed on that train?
I think she said there was a separate interview that I saw, and that you can bring your dog, but that's what he was saying. You had to sit in the back of the train.
Could have been avoided.
Because she didn't have one of the little teacup dogs. She had a whole German Shepherd.
Big 195-pound dog.
You brought that dog from over here.
Bugging.
You put it on the plane. Probably put it in a taxi. Put it on the train.
Bugging. Bugging. Yeah, all that could have been avoidable. They all lost on that one.
If you left your dog at home, that could have been avoidable.
Yes, sir.
Don't be weird.
Yeah, don't bring him over here.
All right, so we got another story with a dog.
Uh-oh.
So Ohio man was attacked by a canine unit. Basically, he had led the cops on a high-speed chase, right?
I bet it was a German Shepherd.
So, yeah, he led them on a chase, and I guess he got stopped somewhere somehow, right?
Mm.
And while he's out, he's surrendering. He's trying to cooperate. And one of the guys, they have the dog, and they're like, "Hey, don't let that dog go. Don't let the dog go." Of course, he let the dog go.
He let the dog go. That's terrible, man. Just the sounds from when he got bit, it sounded like you were listening to somebody die. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That was crazy. That was tough to listen to. That was really tough to listen to. So, question is, how much is he gonna sue the police department for? I mean, you gotta sue them for everything in that situation. That's terrible. I mean, And then like the next part of it is why isn't the person who let the dog go fired?
Right.
If this was tables turned, don't want to make it colorful, but if the tables were turned,
Yeah, I think he'd definitely be fired if he was black.
he would have been out of there immediately.
Like, why'd you let that dog go?
Immediately, you're making this department look terrible.
Would have got berated and all.
Yeah.
So yeah, more with the cops. So there was a LA woman. Yeah, she was out in LA. She got attacked by cops. Basically, she had her baby in her arm, and she was telling the cops, "Hey, I'm not giving y'all my baby.
Infant, right?
Yeah.
She's like a little baby.
I'm gonna call someone here to come get her or whatever." And the cops are like, "No, we're taking the baby and we're arresting you, whatever, right?"
Yeah.
So they start kind of tussling with her, trying to like pull the baby from her arms, and she's like hanging on to her baby with dear life.
Yeah.
And one of the cops come behind her and start just wailing on her, full force, hitting her like a damn punching bag.
Man, when is this gonna stop? When is this gonna stop? Like this has consistently been happening for how many years?
Decades.
How many decades? Like this is crazy. And again, what happened to the cop?
Nothing.
This is terrible. This is terrible. It's gotta be some kind of something that's gonna stop. But at the end of the day, you know, we seen George Floyd live on
Yeah, we
the
all
news.
seen it.
You know what I'm saying? And
then
all these
people
things.
almost burnt the damn nation down.
Yeah. But who cares?
Right.
Right. That's how it goes these days, unfortunately. It's we need a lot of the people to come together to make a positive change. And like we were saying before, a lot of, and not all cops are bad. I don't want to just put that out to make it seem like all cops are bad, because there's a lot of good guys out there and women. But the ones that are mistreating people and doing these things, they need to be brought in or fired or something needs to happen to them, because it's not right.
Definitely police reform. We've been trying to work on it for so long, but it's like, who's gonna really like bring it to the forefront?
Yeah, I think the next people, whoever running for president, and I mean, it's more than president, it's the state officials and all that too. But somebody got to actually make a change.
At some point, it's got to come where there's going to be a lot of collapse, a lot of anger, a lot of hate.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a breaking point. So work on that. All right, let's go to sports.
Let's do it.
Magic Johnson.
Magic.
Part owner of Major League Baseball, Major League Soccer, the WNBA, and the NFL.
Man, he's part owning a lot of stuff right now. He got a lot of incomes coming in. That's what's up, man. Magic is a huge influence. Just in what people aspire to be. Whether you're an athlete, whether you do music, whatever you do, you want to do it at the highest level. But then you also want to make multiple incomes from it. From your experience, from your expertise, and different things. Magic, look at it. He was a basketball player. I think he has some something to do with Starbucks too. But he's a basketball player, and after basketball, he's still making millions of dollars.
Right.
Because he did it right. He did it smart, and that's somebody that you have to commend.
Definitely had a great career. Been very influential. Been very positive in a lot of different ways. All right, Pac-12 College Media Day.
Yeah. So everybody was talking about Pac-12 College Media Day, and I personally was following the Colorado Buffs, and they were making a big deal, man. They were like, Coach Prime's not going to be at Pac-12 Media Day. Why? Well, he wasn't there because he had to have surgery again. So if you don't know, a couple years ago, I think it was, he had like a couple toes amputated,
right.
Because he had blood clots and different situations going on. So he had to get some surgery done again, and that's why he wasn't there. But he sent the defensive coordinator and a couple players, Shador, his son, the quarterback, Shador Sanders, and Travis Hunter, and they represented, man. They held it down for the Colorado Buffs, and I'm excited about this season. I think it's going to be great. The first game is against TCU, and, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, shout out to the college players.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into some messy gossip.
Uh-oh.
So Russell Wilson claps back at Future. So if you guys don't know, Future had a song with Quavo, and one of the lines he said is, I got it out the field, F. Russell, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so Russell went to Instagram and took a picture with Future's son
Oh.
and said, "Best part of the day, dad life."
Oh, man, this could get serious, man. I'm telling you, this could get serious. It all depends on how far Future want to take this. This could get real serious, man.
But we all got to note that Future started it.
Future started it. Future started. Now, okay. I think it's weird. It's one of those, like almost like a movie, right? Because it's like, it's like Future. You know, I can see him pulling up to the game with 100 goons from Atlanta.
Right.
You know. Yeah, I feel like 1-on-1, Russ will take him.
Throwing trash on the field.
1-on-1, I think Russ will take him.
I don't know.
I think Russ might tackle him.
I don't know.
He a quarterback, but I think he might tackle him. He gonna do what he know. He gonna like run football drills on him or something. Like
I think he's just gonna run.
Yeah, yeah, he might just run. But hopefully they can figure it out. You know, hopefully it could end right there and don't go no further.
Right. Hopefully. Let's see how mature they're gonna be. Because
I don't think they're gonna I don't think this is over.
I think it's gonna get real petty from here.
Yeah.
All right, so Dwight Howard sued for assault of a male model.
I have nothing to say about that. What?
So apparently, Dwight Howard was talking to some male model, right? Told him, "Hey, I'm not gay, I'm just freaky," or whatever, and invited this man to his house. Some things went down. The man said, "You know what? I'm not as down as what I thought I was," and allegedly, Dwight Howard took it further.
Oh man, that's just a terrible story. Now I did see yesterday. It's two conflicting stories though, because I seen another one where it said something about the guy didn't want to have a threesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess there's another party involved in this.
Right. They had another person there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's terrible, man. I never seen. You know what? Okay, let me just back up. What people do behind closed doors is their business, you know what I'm saying? But when they, you know, when you take it this far and it becomes everybody's business when
it's online, you're right.
When it's online. So I mean, it's like, do you like make us like hope he make a statement to clean this up? You can't clean this up.
Something has to be explained to the public.
Yeah.
Everybody's real confused about this.
Yeah, I mean,
came out the blue.
Pause. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Yeah, I just don't know what to say. Hopefully he figured it out, make a statement, and you know, if that's what he does, he might be. Is he facing jail time for this assault?
I don't know.
Oh man,
he might still be under investigation at this point.
If this is true, he might want to go to jail. It's like, come on.
Oh man, I don't know. We'll be watching the story to see what happens next.
Yeah.
All right, so Steph Curry, I didn't even know that this man played golf, but he won a golf tournament.
Chef Curry, yeah, buddy, he won the tournament with an eagle, I think it was. He, you know, clutch. That's what I can say. Clutch. Mm-hmm. He won it. He knocked it in a hole to win the whole tournament. Man, it was very impressive. He's winning everywhere, on the basketball court, on the golf course. I mean, shoot, would you think if you wanted to see Steph Curry play like another sport, what would it be? If he's a what do you call it, a 2 pro athlete right now, but he shoots 3, so we need a third one. What you think? What you think it would be? I could see him being like a good bowler.
I would say baseball.
Baseball.
I think he'd be good at baseball.
Okay, yeah, I could see him being good at baseball or bowling. I would say like bowling, something like bowling,
but,
maybe.
I mean,
he'd make the ball spin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like I can see him right now rolling the ball and then turn around, walking away.
But I could also see him hitting a home run and
then turn around. Yeah, start running. He could get at first base before he even get over the field. Right. Yeah, I can see that too. Because he did that when he won the golf tournament. He hit the ball when it was about 3 feet away. When it was about to go, and he just turned around, threw his hat in the air.
Right. So, shout out to him. That's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, actually. That's dope.
Another cool story. Sha'Carri Richardson. She wins 100-meter dash.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Sha'Carri doing her thing, man. She doing her thing in 100. She beat Sharika Jackson. And that was everybody was looking for them two in that race. Like, okay, I think it's gonna come down to these two. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like, okay, I think it's at least I was saying I think it's gonna come down to Sharika Jackson and Sha'Carri. And Sha'Carri edged her, man. It was a close race. Excuse me, it was a close race though. You know, at first Sharika Jackson was winning, and Sha'Carri Richardson caught her at the end and just passed her. Like it was a photo finish for sure. So I think that's gonna be a rivalry for a while that people are gonna be looking for.
I'm just glad that she turned it all around. You know, she had a rough start when she started a few years ago. So I'm glad to see her like winning and coming into herself as an athlete.
Yeah, it's all about the positivity and everything, you know. And definitely you want to be available, you know. So yeah, shout out to you, Sha'Carri.
All right, so you know we gotta do one question before we close out.
All right.
All right, so out of these rap songs, which is the most iconic?
Okay.
We got Notorious B.I.G., Juicy, Dr. Dre, Nothing But a G Thing,
Okay.
Wu-Tang Clan, Cream,
Okay.
and Nas, The World Is Yours.
Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna tell you two answers. The first answer I'm gonna tell you is what I think the poll says, what the people pick, the general public. Then I'll tell you what my favorite are.
All right.
General public, Nothing But a G Thing, then Juicy, then Cream, then what was the fourth one?
Nas, The World Is Yours.
Then The World Is Yours. That's what I think. How did I do?
So my pick was Nothing But a G Thing. And you got it right on money.
Nice.
So people picked, 42% of people said Nothing But a G Thing, 29% said Juicy, 20% said Cream, and then 9% The World Is Yours.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like personally I would say, you know, Nothing But a G Thing and Cream.
Yeah, that would be my two favorite.
You know what I'm saying? Then Juicy.
I guess Nas, no one likes that Nas song like that. But Nas has so many better songs.
Yeah. That's the thing I don't understand about that one is like he definitely did. He has way more songs I like more than that. So
I guess for that time it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So if you made it to the end of this, you know we thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
And I'm Canary Balance.
Slyce.
Peace.